Hello and welcome to the short logic tutorial. In this tutorial I'll show you how to open logic, make a random track and then bounce it and add it to iTunes. So first off we're going to open logic, which is here. I don't know why I hit iMovie. So we're going to hit logic here. It's going to load. If you don't get this screen I'll show you what happens with it. So let's say you haven't actually used logic before and it's just new to your Mac. So you get something like this screen. So you've clicked on logic, nothing's happened. So you click on logic, nothing's happened. So what you do, you need to find where it says Logic Pro. Next to it says File. Go to File and hit New. From New you're going to hit Empty Project, which is the most used. We're going to use a software instrument. If you haven't got one, then of course you can use audio. You don't actually need one. If you don't actually need like a piano or keyboard, you can use your you can set it to use your keyboard keys. But I won't show you that yet. So let's create this. So we've got electric piano. I don't like electric pianos. Let's use Steinway Piano Studio. So we're going to quickly record a random thing on here and then we're going to bounce it. So let's record. We don't want that on. I'm going to leave it as that. Okay, so we've got this. I find it easier to do this. You don't actually have to do this, but it makes sure it's just the length of the actual track you want it to be. Because sometimes when you bounce it, it ends up going on for miles. Goes miles longer than it needs to be. So we'll do it like this. So then after that, we can click Bounce. Now, you can choose any of these settings. MP3 is, you know, on your iPod and so on if you want it on your iPod. We're going to call it Test 1. We'll save it to the desktop, yes. 20-bit. So really don't need to touch anything else. It's all done for you. And you're just going to click Bounce. Now sometimes it takes longer than this because this is a quick, small track. It won't take that long. So if we minimize this, there's our track. Right, okay, so there's quite a few ways to get it into iTunes. The first way is if iTunes is your default media thing, so if we go open, but the default is iTunes. But let's say it's QuickTime Player, which is your default. Then what you do, go to open, you see it down here. If it's on here, then you hit Other, and then you go down the applications until you find iTunes. Photo, iMovie. If you don't find it on that, you can always go here and then type it in iTunes. And it will search. There it is. See, there's iTunes. But we don't need to always do that because it's already done that. That's one way. The other way, if it's a Mac, you can actually drag and drop in. See, it's got the little plus sign. This will add it to this playlist, which I don't want it to do. Or the other way is if you go on iTunes itself, hit File, and then you want to go down to Library. Oh no, I want playlist on I want songs, sorry. File, Library, no, Add to Library, sorry. Add to Library. And then we'll find it. Two ways of finding it. You can type it in here, or look through all the stuff here. Or you can actually drag and drop it into there, and it comes up straight away. And then we can open it in. Well, I don't want to open it in because I don't really want it in my library. So yeah, that's that quick tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you next time.